বাঘা যতীন যখন দেখছিলেন তখন যাকে দেখে আপনার প্রচণ্ড রাগ হয়েছে, যাকে দেখে আপনার প্রচণ্ড মাথা গরম হয়েছে, গা গরম হয়েছে, রক্ত গরম হয়েছে, সেই মানুষটি আপাতত আমাদের সঙ্গে আছে, যার নাম কার্ল হার্ট।
If you want to hang like a hero, I will help you.
So welcome to Siti Cinema, and how is your journey so far?
It's been lovely, thank you very much. It's been a great joy to be here. It's quite overwhelming, I've got to say, because of what would you say, the level of adulation that I've seen for Dev in this film, which is well deserved, is something I haven't seen from other productions. This production is striking a deep chord in the audiences, particularly because it's a story of heroism. It's a story of a man who, against overwhelming odds, showed the ultimate courage. He had no fear, Bagha Jatin. He had no qualms about putting his life on the line and fighting the unfightable fight. Right. And I think that audiences can relate to that as much as they can relate to the nationalistic side of it, the patriotic side of the story. It's the story of the hero. It's the hero's journey. And that's why Bagha Jatin is a special character, and Dev has essayed the character to perfection. Absolutely wonderful. I'm thrilled to see how the audiences have been responding to his portrayal of the character. It's wonderful.
How did you get associated with the film?
What usually happens is we like to do auditions, and we find out at some stage, well, you'll be considered for this role or that role. For me, Bengali cinema is my favorite. If I get an audition for something Bengali, I'm very happy. I think, yes, wow, I've got to do this. And I heard from Preetam from Fatfish, whom I'd worked for in Mukti, which was a year and a half ago or 2 years ago. And he said, I'd like you to do this. And I said, I'd love to do it. I'd love to do it. And I read about the character. And it turns out that friends of mine in Pondicherry know Bagha Jatin's family, or knew Bagha Jatin's family when they were, like Bagha Jatin's son, when they were children, my older friends. So friends in their 50s and 60s said, yes, I knew Bagha Jatin's son. He was an old man living in Pondicherry. So I found out that there was some connection, even for me, with Bagha Jatin. And the people who I've spoken to who knew people who knew Bagha Jatin said that Bagha Jatin was just a spectacular human being, an amazing man. And I think that comes through in this narrative. It comes through very strongly. As a family man, as a man who put his life on the line, who didn't shy away from taking strong action, because we have different kinds of freedom fighters. I mean, the freedom fighters that are most celebrated are the ones who fought with a pen, which is necessary, and non-violence has become what India is famous for in Gandhi. But we also had the other kind of freedom fighter who was very happy to take guns and bombs. And I suppose if we didn't have the threat of guns and bombs at some stage, perhaps India wouldn't have been free so early. I think perhaps Bagha Jatin showed the British that, yes, the Indians really don't want you here. You really have to move on. Because when they found out that they were facing an insurrection from their own army, then I think that they know that, you know, the writing's on the wall. Then they can't stay. So non-violence is great. It's the way that we should go, but nothing can take away from Bagha Jatin. And my character, Charles Tegart, once remarked that if Bagha Jatin had lived, they wouldn't have needed Gandhi, which is high praise indeed from someone who was hunting him down. And it's a story also with two men. You've got a British official who is a hard man, but also he has some humanity in him, as some hard men do. And you've got Bagha Jatin, who is an incredibly tough guy, but also was cultivated and sensitive as well. So this is what makes the narrative special, in the sense that you don't just have tough guys going out there and shooting people up. You have principled people who are principled in their own ways, and they're clashing, But in that clash, there's some kind of admiration, and I personally I think it's come through. I've been told it's come through. I'm a little bit too close to it to actually make some comment on it that's in any way authoritative. But yes, I enjoyed looking at the film. I've enjoyed viewing the film as I did last night for the first time.
বিক্ষিপ্তভাবে আঘাত করে এই ব্রিটিশ রাজশক্তিকে টলানো যাবে না।
Tell us something about your bond with Dev.
Oh, Dev is fantastic. I really enjoyed working with him. His acting is absolutely spectacular. He connects with the character and he connects with the audience. The thing that struck me most about Dev's performance is when I was watching him, because when you're watching an actor, you often don't see much. If you stand back, you just see someone's blank face. You only see it on the screen, so you can't really tell what kind of performance they've been, even if you're up close like this. So when I've seen it on the big screen, I go, oh wow, that's great. But while you're filming, it doesn't grab you so much. You can't actually see that the magic. They're weaving a magic. Dev weaves a magic with his performance.
He's a magician to you.
Absolutely, and every good actor is. But one thing that I did notice that was very evident from standing back and watching was the action scenes. Because Dev is a big man, he's about 6'2", I think, roughly 6'2", and quite well built. He threw himself into the action scenes, and I saw him get injured twice, and standing back, say 30, 40 feet. The action scenes looked spectacular, and so I knew that the action scenes would really be something.
Jago he bongo bashi jago. Jago he rongo dashi jago.
Before we move on to the end part of the interview, the last question I would like to ask you: every movie leaves an impact on our mind. So this movie, how did it leave an impact on your mind?
Yes, looking at it personally, I mean, as a person who's been part of the project, I've felt very privileged to be part of the project because everyone's just been wonderful. This is, I hate to say this is my favorite project, but I think it's true. I'm not taking away from any of my other projects, but this has just been wonderful. Everyone's been kind, welcoming, very supportive. Arunda, Shonavo, fantastic. Everyone's been great. The whole team, Dulal, everyone's been wonderful. Joyanti, everyone has looked after me fantastically. I've just been delighted to be part of this, and this is why every time I hear something about Bengali cinema, I want to be part of it. And I think Bengali cinema tends to sell itself short because we don't have the budgets here that we have, say, in Bollywood. But the artistry is unparalleled. As someone said to me last night, the Bengali industry has the best artistry in the country, and I think that that's true. But in terms of the story, in terms of the narrative, I've taken away a lot. Because I've looked into Bagha Jatin, I've looked into his story, and it's a very touching story. And part of it that you can take away as an audience member is not to give up, no matter what odds you're facing. To keep going whatever odds you're facing, because you never know what impact your actions are going to have on another generation or another group of people. You may not actually succeed. We never know when we do anything if we're going to succeed. But my feeling is that in the overall scheme of things, Bagha Jatin's actions had a significant impact on history. Even though he's not recognised as much as Gandhi or any of the other freedom fighters, I think he probably had a greater impact in many ways. And he was instrumental in bringing about change that was necessary and in fact well overdue.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
All the very best for your
Thanks
upcoming
very much.
futures. Thank you so much.
টলিউডের লেটেস্ট আপডেট, গসিপ অ্যান্ড এন্টারটেইনমেন্ট পেতে সাবস্ক্রাইব করুন শুধুমাত্র সিটি সিনেমা, আর ফলো করুন সিটি সিনেমার ইনস্টাগ্রাম, ফেসবুক, টুইটার অ্যান্ড শেয়ার চ্যাট পেজ।